Alright, what is up, YouTube? It is me, HCJ here, and I am excited, probably just as much as many of you all. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary decks are back, and Konami made an announcement earlier today that we are getting the Arc V series legendary decks. So we had 5Ds last year in 2025 with Yusei, a Crow, and a Kiza. And now we're going to be looking at the Arc V series, and we're getting structure decks based off of three archetypes and their respective duelists at hand. Now, this is probably going to be a big one because if you guys don't know about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V series, that is the Pendulum series, and the one that expanded into multiverses throughout the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. One for the Fusion, one for the Pendulum, one for the Xyz, and one for the Synchro. Each of them having a respective dragon that, funny enough, has a combination with that of the main protagonist's ace monster, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. So there is a synchro version of Odd Eyes, there is a fusion version of Odd Eyes, there's an Xyz version of Odd Eyes, there's an upgraded form of the pendulum version of Odd Eyes, and now, according to this, spoilers, we're getting a Link version of Odd Eyes, which means that they're also in interpreting that yes, there is link a links area of the universes that were talked about, that were gone through in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V series. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, that was one of the main points of Arc V, was that there was a respective main character in each area of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V series that was based off of that one character. It's a really good thing. You have to really watch the anime to understand it, and I believe it's the only other anime in the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise to have its full series dubbed. And even though yes, a lot of it had to be censored because Konami and Good Boys and Girls, it did go through the arcs completely. We even got to see the final duel with you. Is it Yuya? Yeah, Yuya. He is the main protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, and his ace monster is Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, which is probably still one of my favorite pendulum monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Series because there's so many cool pendulums, but I do understand that yes, Pendulum had to stop because Pendulum was going crazy by the time Pendulum came, and I mean, it didn't make it any better by the time Pendulum ended, that even more Pendulum stuff started coming out, and then people were like, damn, Pendulum was supposed to die, and it didn't die. Because do I believe every archetype or major mechanic dies after they throw in the next one? No, because it only took it a matter of time before Pendulum started to go on its feet. And I remember that people were trying to kill off. I remember Konami was putting foot in mouth at that point in time as well, because once the Arc V round ended, they were moving on to Vrains, and then when they started out Vrains, they were like, "Oops, we forgot. The first generic Link monster that we're bringing is Earth, and Zodiac are all Earth." So yeah, that situation happened. But looking at what's coming in the Arc V decks, I'm very excited for those who are fans of it. I'm waiting for the reprints because there are some major reprints that I cannot wait to see, especially for the Odd Eyes version. Because as someone who used to play PayPay, I'm still kind of missing a couple of PayPay cards. So if the PayPay cards are coming in this, then I want to play around with some of the PayPay cards because Odd Eyes, spoilers, is getting a Link monster. If I already didn't spoil it just a couple of seconds ago, and to get a Link monster for Odd Eyes definitely enhances Odd Eyes deck's capabilities. And I would really love to see what this Odd Eyes monster looks like. Because when we've seen most of the monsters that were based off of a combination of Odd Eyes in those respective um, multiverses version of Yuya, I think it was Yugo. Uh, I'm Yago, UG. Look, it's a whole lot of them, okay? It's like at least one of each of them, and at least four. But what I will say is that each of them really did have some really cool decks attached to them. One of them is actually in this because we will see Speedroid. The Speedroid was attached to Clearwing, and Clearwing was one of those monsters. The other was Odd Eyes was the Rebellion Dragon, and the Phantom Knights. Then we had Starmie Venom and the Predaplants. And then we had Odd Eyes with the Odd Eyes with the Magician Pendulum and Pepe attached to it as well. Not all of Pepe, because it was only the Performer Pals. The Performer Mages were part of Yuya's father's deck, and he was the one that ran the Performer Mages, which blew up instantaneously when things came out. They're still probably some of my favorite spellcasters, actually. Like, next to Fortune Lady and Shadal and all of that. Yeah, like, they're still one of my favorites. And probably one of the cheapest decks I've ever had to build, because majority of what Pepe was really cheap too. So, just scrolling through this. So yeah, Luna Light, Odd Eyes, and Speedroid will be the ones that we're going to be taking a focus on. So these legendary Arc V decks are going to come out in August of this year. Each of them are going to focus on these three archetypes from the Legendary Arc V series, similar to that of the Legendary 5D stacks. They're going to contain 40 main cards, a 15 card extra deck, one secret rare, 6 ultra rares, and a bonus pack with extra cards to help service that deck as well. There's going to be tons of popular staples within each of those decks, and each of them are going to help enhance what those decks themselves were. So we have Yuya's Luna Lights. We have we have Yuya's Odd Eyes. We have Selena's um, Luna Lights. And then we have Yugo's Speedroids. So we have the Synchro Dimension, the Fusion Dimension, and the Standard Dimension, because that's what it was called. And then, respectively, they're even going to have, some additional cards, and probably some new ones too. So Odd Eyes is going to have a Link monster joining it. A Link 3 Odd Eyes Link monster with 2500 attack. It can destroy any one card you control to draw a card, and if you destroy a Pendulum monster card, you can go. Oh, you get an extra Pendulum summon of a Performer Power Mage or Odd Eyes monster for an encore. Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. And you get to discard a card from your opponent's hand. Oh, that's not bad. Luna Light, coming second place in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship 2025 series. They're expecting this to be very much focused on fusion summoning and bringing a special summoning the deck's new level 5 Beast Warrior monster. So they're going to play around with grabbing polymerization from Decker Grave, and also introducing a level 5 Luna Light monster. That's pretty cool. When it comes to this deck, because Luna Lights did take second place at Worlds for 2025, and it was probably one of the craziest occasions to see was that Luna Light was actually a competitive deck in the Yu-Gi-Oh series and did extremely well. Then we have Speedroid, which is coming in, and basically it's saying here that there's going to be a lot more support for Speedroids in terms of new cards. They're going to get new support um, for them even grabbing spells and traps, which is nice because there are a lot of really good Speedroid spells and traps. But they're also going to add on to the Clearwing motif as well. So there's going to be cards for circulating around special summoning into Clearwing extra deck monsters. They're also cooking up some new visuals for some of the Starlight rares, calling them a Starlight 2.0, which will also be introducing Chaos Origins around the time the Legendary Arc V decks and beyond. Okay, that's cute. And then some other additional stuff as well. So that's kind of really cool to see. I'm pretty much excited to see how well this is going to pan out and what additional things they're going to be doing between such. So we're going to see Luna Light, we're going to see Odd Eyes, and now we're going to see Speedroid. And I'm very much excited about how Konami is formatting this now, because we get to see archetypes and stuff come in these legendary decks, and it's not just like reprints of staples and stuff, but let's see reprints of cards. Because I'm going to say this now, I want to see Harpie get a legendary structure deck in the legendary decks. I would love to see exactly how they're going to pan that out too, and I want to see new Harpie cards. Even if that means you're just moving stuff from the OCG Rush Duel into the TCG, make it compatible with everyone. Because that's what I'm going to do a separate video on that, because I would love to see that. But for Luna Light fans, Speedroid slash Clearwing, and you Odd Eyes, Pendulum, Performer Pal fan, or Performer Pal fans, you're eating well. You're gonna have some stuff to help you. I hope it does well. I cannot wait for August 6th, I believe is when this comes out. August 6th or August 8th for this to officially come out. And I'm sure between now and then we're gonna see and hear more stuff and probably get a good glimpse at these newer cards. So, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of all of this, because I'm pretty sure I know a couple of people who are excited. Especially, I know one duelist who's excited about Luna Light cards coming. So, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel because it helps out tremendously. Hit that notification bell to be informed of when I upload more content. And I actually have to go make a video now. No, I have to go make a thumbnail for this now because I need to have one for Odd Eyes, Speedroid, and Lunalight. So, all right, you guys, that is all for right now. And HCJ signing out. Take care.